What is going on, people? It's your boy B Monstrosity here with another episode of Hardcore Class Setups. And this time I'm going to show you a few of my favorite things. Basically, let's get into this, alright? Now, you'll notice, my typical class setup here. My other class setup videos, I didn't really have hardline and lightweight on every single one of them. It's because the HCU has been growing. And we generally have a full party at all times now, so there's really no need for me to have Ghost, because chances are the enemy is not going to get a chance to throw up a UAV in the first place. So, but if you're rolling solo, you can basically take this class setup and switch out hardline for Ghost, or switch out lightweight for Ghost. Okay, and also you could switch out extreme conditioning for engineer if you'd like. So that goes throughout all these classes right here. Basically, the class setup is pretty much the same, just the gun changes, okay? Now, let's go through this. This is my absolute beast mode class. This is a class that I switch to if we are running into some tryhards, or we have, we're playing against a good team. Peacekeeper, fast mags, and quick draw grip. And basically, this setup works on just about any gun. I mean, there's few guns out there that this doesn't work on. Let's go down to MP7, the red dot, and the quick draw grip. I mentioned this in my last video. I'm loving this gun right now. However, if you run into a lobby where you're kind of laggy, it makes this gun go all to shit. So if you got a good connection, this gun is great. If you don't have a good connection, then this gun fucking blows. All right? SWAT 5.56, I've said this is my anti-sniper gun. I can pick a sniper off out of a window pretty easily with it. This thing also works really well with a silencer on it and quick draw grip. Okay, so keep that in mind too. And also, typically, on a class setup like this, I would run engineer on it. I would have engineer instead of extreme conditioning. So keep that in mind too. If the assault rifle is kind of slower paced, it's not really one of those assault rifles you want to pound the enemy spawn with, then drop extreme conditioning and throw on engineer. Next up, we have the Scar. Now this is a perfect example right here of dropping extreme conditioning, because you sure as fuck don't want to be running around with the Scar. So put engineer on it instead of extreme conditioning. The Chicom CQB. I've been messing around with this gun for a while. This is another one of these guns that if you have good connection, it's a great gun. If you don't have good connection, then the gun is shit. But quick draw grip and the what the fuck is it called? The toggle switch, the fully auto switch on it. It also works pretty well with just the long barrel and the quick draw grip on it. So you might want to check that out too. Let's see, the msmc, another one of these guns where if you got a good connection, it's great. If you don't, then it sucks. But the typical class setup on here, the quick draw grip and the fast mags. The AN-94, now this is an example of one of these assault rifles that you can pound the enemy spawn with. So I would suggest putting extreme conditioning on this if you are one of those type of players like I am that enjoys running around on a constant basis. Okay, PDW. I mentioned this before in one of my videos. If you put the long barrel and the quick draw grip on it, then it works better than about any other setup on it. I mean, it's not perfect. After further review of my last video, PW is back. It's better than it was whenever they patched it, but it's still not nearly to the point where it was. Okay, but if you use this in a tight quarter situation, kind of like the MP7, if you use this in a really tight quarter situation and feather the shit out of it at further range, then it works okay. If you're using it in a really tight quarter situation, it's fucking perfect. Okay, but if you gotta aim down, kind of mid-range, you're kind of screwed. Anyways, moving along, the Type 25, a beautiful ass assault rifle. Another one of these assault rifles you could really pound the spawn with. So if you're one of those type of players, put on extreme conditioning. Now, last but not least, the ballista. I've been messing around with sniping here lately, and it's a shitload of fun. It's extremely fun. But I ran across this class after a lot of trial and error, okay? Basically, you got the perk 1 and the perk 2 greed on here instead of the 1 and the 3. The first perk is lightweight and ghost. Now, I suppose you could switch ghost out for hardline, so you might want to mess around with that. But I like ghost on it because, especially if you're a sniper, if you're holding down an area, you know, I like to run around with it. But there's times when you'll be just holding down the area, you know, checking the enemy spawn when they're coming out. You don't want that UAV to pop up and you be, you know, sitting there and they're running all up in your ass, okay? So ghost is a good idea on a sniper rifle. However, if you're running with the HCU, you might just want to put lightweight on. Hardline on. Now the perk 2 greed, cold-blooded. Now, you know how I feel about cold-blooded. I hate being target findered, okay? But also fast hands. Now, why fast hands on a sniper rifle? Well, for pretty obvious reasons. To switch to your pistol quicker. And you really need a pistol on this class set up right here. And of course I got the 5.7, which is really the best pistol in the game. Hands down. I mean, really. I mean, even with the, the 3 burst, the Pt.3, it goes through ammo really quickly. And also, if you're in mid-burst, you can't exactly, you can't neutralize multiple enemies that are coming at you. I mean, really, the 5.7 is the best bet as far as the pistol goes. As you might have seen in a previous one of my videos, I actually got a nuke, not a nuke, a swarm with the pistol, and the class setup that I was using in that video was this exact class setup right here. And of course I got the ballistic CPU. You really want to use that. It helps out a lot. If you don't have it on, then your shots seem to be a little bit off, okay? So I highly suggest that. But that's really the only attachment that you need on a sniper rifle, in my opinion, okay? Alright, peoples. Well, you might want to put a silencer on it if you're a hardcore sniper, but I'm just a softcore sniper. I like fucking around with it. But yeah, that is my video, and I will catch you next time. Peace the motherfucker out.